don't matter what your name is, share your story. We'll be waiting, yeah, for the haters, whoa.
Welcome back, everyone, to For the Haters podcast. Today, we are joined by Griff. I combined Griff.
Yes,
Chris,
that
and Griff.
happens a
My
lot.
sister does that a lot too.
Yeah? Oh, I'm not alone. Okay,
Nope.
cool. Chris, or Griff, the husband of our past guest, Kylie. When Kylie lost her mother unexpectedly in 2024, she also became guardian to her teenage brother, Josh. And right beside her was Griff, who didn't hesitate to step in. This episode is about what it means to choose family, not just in vows or in theory, but in real life. We'll hear from Griff about his childhood, his relationship with Kylie, and what it's been like becoming a father figure overnight. And with Kylie in the room, we get to explore the honest, beautiful, and sometimes messy process of learning how to show up together. Griff,
Yes.
welcome to For the Haters podcast. I'm going to start out by just grilling you with some questions.
Okay.
Sorry, Kylie, you're not
That's
going to
all
be.
right.
I mean, feel free to chime in.
Okay.
Who is Griff? Where did you grow up? What kind of family do you grow up in? I'm assuming very different from
Very, very different.
from your wife.
The exact opposite. The exact.
All right, so give
Yeah.
us the details.
The typical family, mom, dad, brother, sister, household, just doing things as family, sports, torturing each other,
Yeah.
beating each other up, everything.
How many siblings?
A brother and sister,
Okay.
both older.
Both older. You're the baby.
Baby, yep.
Very nice. I'm also the. Are you like your typical youngest child?
Oh yeah, the favorite. Yep, 100%.
Okay, so we got that cleared
That's
up
out
out
in
of
the
the
open,
water.
yes. Because mom will deny it till forever, but
Yep.
yes.
I'm curious if, growing up, if you are in realization of just what your family was compared to others. Did you have friends or anyone else of insight, like, that you knew of that grew up kind of like Kylie did?
One person wasn't really too friendly with, but I was on sports teams with them. Both his parents died when he was younger, and his grandmother was raising him. She was like 80. So, I think she took custody of him when he was like 6.
Yeah.
And other than that, it's just been like friends that have divorced parents and whatnot, but nothing as severe as what she went through.
So, okay, how do you guys meet?
Tinder.
Tinder, swipe
Yep.
right.
Yep.
You both just swipe right.
Yep.
Yeah.
2018, right? You met in.
Yep, 2018,
that
yep.
was the
Are you like, how do you
initial-
know this?
Yeah.
She told me before.
Yeah, yes, I
figured,
did.
yeah.
Yes, I did. Yes, we
I
met
figured.
in July.
I have it written down
2018.
here in my notes.
Yeah, yeah. We met a little nervous, but we did meet in person. It took him long enough.
Took me like 2 months
Yeah,
Okay.
to
yeah.
finally meet up.
Keep going. Let's hear the story.
So the original date plan I canceled because it was way too hot. It was
Way
like
too hot.
July, midsummer. It
Yeah.
was like 95 degrees out. We had plans to go to a little park thing in Salem. It's called Salem Willows.
Yeah.
But then
I've been there.
Yes.
yeah, it's great.
That's where we got engaged.
We got engaged right there on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Fun.
And so I canceled on her because my friend had a pool,
Yeah.
and I didn't tell her till I was already going there. And I was like, I got to cancel because I'm going to a pool.
No, you told me you were sick. You did not
Yeah,
tell me you were
that's
going
true.
to a pool.
Yeah, that's true.
So
The
basic.
truth comes out.
Yes.
Yeah. And then like a week later, I told her, I was like, I canceled on you because I want to go swimming instead. But I didn't know how to tell you.
And I said I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. So then we finally did meet.
So when's the first date?
July 7th.
Yeah. July 7th, 2018
Yep.
at Salem Willows.
July 7th is my wedding anniversary.
Wow.
July 4th is my dating anniversary too.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So-
We're
Big
not...
month for you guys.
Big month. Yeah. My son was supposed to be due July 9th, but he came 2 weeks early. So.
Wow.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
So you
we're-
met.
Mm-hmm.
Are there sparks flying?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I think we knew like right away that like we were personalities are very similar. For
Yeah.
having completely two different upbringings, like we say all the time, like he's a guy version of me, I'm a girl version of him, for sure.
And it just worked out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kylie told me that she tried to push you away
Yep.
after a year.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that experience like for you?
I was going in college, so I was living at college. And I didn't know why she wanted to be apart, but then it was kind of like a mutual dumping. We both agreed to part ways and then take some time and maybe meet again and see how it goes out. It wasn't until she reconnected that she told me everything, and then I forgave her then.
I don't know what she told you.
She told me everything about her mom overdosing and everything,
Yeah.
and the whole thing with Josh and how she has custody. And then I just forgave her at that moment.
You lost your dad when you were 12.
Yep.
Which is there's similarities in nature. Do you ever recognize that in trying to understand how Josh might be feeling and how you felt at that time?
Yeah, definitely. When it happened, I just told him, I was like, I'm here to help you through it. I went through it with my dad when I was the same age, and if you have any questions, just talk to me.
Yeah.
I don't care what time of day or night it is, just talk to me.
I kind of am jumping timelines a little bit, but to get back to the timeline of you guys before I ask more questions about that. So you get back together. What year is it?
2021.
2021. How long are you together before you get engaged?
2 years.
Yeah. So we got together January 2021, back together, and then we got engaged July 2022. No, yeah.
2023.
2023. Sorry.
20.
Yes.
Yeah.
Numbers are hard.
I know.
Yeah.
Numbers are hard.
Yeah.
Words are hard. But yeah,
Yep.
so it was like a year and a half-ish
Yeah.
to 2 years. And
What was that relationship like for you when you guys first met? And obviously when you meet someone, you meet their families and then you learn about them. What was that like for you to learn about Kylie's childhood?
I was kind of like in shock because it's the first time I'm hearing about how people grow up differently. And then I was just mind blown and how normal she is with everything she grew up like.
sure, normal is one of the words I
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe you experienced so much trauma. You're so normal.
I'm so normal. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but that again, I mentioned that in the last, when people say like, how did you end up with the way you are? Like
Yeah.
so many people say that to me, and so yeah. But I definitely hid it from him just because I was like, I don't even know if ashamed was the word. I felt an inconvenience, like it's too much. Like you shouldn't have to deal with the shit. The stuff that I go through.
You can curse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, you should not have to deal with this. I can barely deal with it. So why should you have to? Like, my mom's an addict. I have to take my brother in. I live with my aunt. I'm going to college. I'm working full time. Like, I don't have, you shouldn't have to deal with it. So,
Yeah.
but I didn't tell him any of that. I was just like fully pushing him away. He was off at college. We were like long distance. It wasn't even really, it was still in the same state, but I was like, we're far. We don't have the time. And it just drifted off.
How long were you separated for?
About 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A long time.
So yeah. But we both weren't.
We both tried the dating scene, nothing stuck. And then I just gave up on trying to find someone. And I was like, all right, if it happens, it happens. And then she reached back out. And then the rest is history.
Yep.
We're still in it.
Yeah, we're still in it. Yeah,
And you played a little hard to get at first.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
I guess we can be friends or whatever you
Yep.
said. And I was like, okay, fine. And I just kept, because I was actually, again, just instability,
Yeah.
living at my grandmother's house with my aunt and Josh, in between apartments or whatever. So I was like down the street from you. And so while I was in that 6 months of living at my grandmother's house, I was at your house.
Yep.
Rebuilding that connection and just
Yep.
persistent, I guess is the way to put it,
Yeah.
for sure.
So you guys get back together and then a lot happens in those next few years, right? You first lose your aunt.
Yes.
What anything in your life that comes up that is another hurdle that you guys have to kind of work through?
Sorry, I don't mean to talk for you.
Okay,
But I
you can talk.
think one of the biggest thing, like you mentioned, I'm sorry, don't laugh at me. With Auntie, how so quickly it was like, okay, Auntie, she wasn't doing well. We got evicted. I was being a roommate with Auntie. We got evicted because of some underlying addiction things that we didn't know was going on. I had nowhere to go. So I basically moved in with him, his mom, and his sister in a tiny apartment. And then it was like, I'm looking for apartments. We didn't even talk about it. It's just I'm like, are you coming? Am I
At that
looking
point,
for
we were-
myself? Or so it was quick. If we don't move in together now, who knows when we would be able to. So it was
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was kind of do we take the leap or do we not?
At that point, we were only back together for about 6 months.
yeah.
I mean, that's huge of you and your family to
Yeah.
welcome her in too. That's not something, that's a hard conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Was that easy for you to ask your family to do that?
Honestly, my mom is great. She said if she doesn't know where to go, tell her to come here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she lived with us for what, like 2 months?
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't long, but it was enough for
Yeah, it was
and
long
again,
enough, right? Yeah, that's a lot of
yeah.
time to be, in
hmm
any quarters, small, large, with
hmm
someone
Yeah.
else.
And your mom was like somewhat, I don't know if traditional is the way to word it, but when I first started coming over, it was like if I stayed long, it was like we were in the living room, like we weren't in your bedroom. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So it was
On the
like,
living room, on the couch, on 7 pieces of the couch.
Yeah, no grandkids needed.
Nope,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
not
So
yet.
no,
Yeah.
no, she's got no grandkids yet,
Yeah.
but
At the time, I mean, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
time and
Yeah.
even still, but yeah, she. So when I had nowhere to go, it was like, okay, I'm here, and it was not only was I here just for room like space purposes, like I was sleeping in your. I brought my bed because
Yeah.
you needed a bigger bed to fit me,
Yep.
and it was just like, okay, this is it. And she's always just been so supportive, and even now, I mean, she's at our house with our dogs,
I know,
house
yeah.
sitting our dogs.
Yeah.
So
What does that relationship look like between you and your mom?
Oh, it's great. It's the typical youngest child and mom relationship. Like I said, I'm the favorite, so
the baby.
Your siblings are gonna listen to this and be like, "He's such a liar."
No.
they all agree.
Yeah,
They all agree.
Yeah,
The stuff that my mom allowed me to do and not them,
yeah.
and just different. It's they just agree that you're definitely the favorite.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have a good relationship with both your siblings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother was the best man
At your wedding?
at the wedding, and my sister was technically on her side, but I asked her to be a groomswoman.
Yeah.
So I gave her like the gift and all the box stuff, but she stood on her side.
Yeah.
But yeah, you asking her, I think, was huge because
Yeah.
they're only like what, like 11, 8, how many years?
She was March of '94. I'm September of '95.
September what?
17th.
I'm September 4th.
Yeah, he's a Virgo though. I get along with Virgos pretty well.
Yep.
Starting to see.
After your aunt passes, that's the kind of that first like moment of change,
Yeah.
right? That opens up a box that you guys didn't have to experience. You obviously have gone through things with your family, but there's a lot of things that come to light from your aunt passing. Are you ever like, whoa, like I didn't sign up for this, like this is too much for me, or is it I'm in this for forever?
I'm in this forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and I think that was the biggest shock for me because even so, and I'm sorry if I'm kind of like bouncing around too, but when I lived with him and his mom, my aunt was still here. That's like kind of when things kind of started to come alight a little bit of like, okay, like her mental health. And again, I didn't know that there was some addiction issues happening and money issues and things like that. So then when we got our own apartment, and when we decided to take the leap and move in, my aunt actually lived with us. Like so we got into our apartment and my aunt didn't really have a place to go. And it was like, I felt what's the word? Like, not that she would ever make me feel this way, but like I felt like a responsibility to her because she gave me a place to like finish college and like do all these things. And I didn't have a place to go. So then it's like, now she doesn't have a place to go. So I said to Griff, I'm like, can she come stay here? Because we had a 2-bedroom apartment. And he, again, didn't even hesitate. He was like, yep.
Seems like there's a very big open door policy with your family.
Yeah, yeah, we're
For certain
we're
Yeah.
very close. Yeah, yeah. Even now, JT comes over. We
Yeah, I was
live
gonna
down the
say,
street from each
yeah.
other, and he's just. I have a picture of him walking into my house on the 4th of July. I'm like, okay, like the outfit that he rolled
I feel
up
like
in.
I want to be a part of your family.
Thank
Like-
you. Yeah,
Yeah, feel free.
it's again different but fun, and again that's where I was so nervous that like because his was so different and just like traditional household as he said.
Yeah.
For him to come into this chaos, I'm like he doesn't want to deal with this, but he did, and he knew how much my aunt meant to me, and so for her to be able to live with us like and give her that space to like have a safe space to go, I appreciated, so she appreciated so much. And yeah, so we saw her like at the end of like the last year of her life, and
yeah.
there were some questions of like what's going on. Again, like there was never like out in the open. It was just like something is going on. So,
I'm sure there's a sense for you as well. It's hard to be in a relationship with someone. It's not hard. It's different to be in a relationship with someone when they don't know the people that you loved. So if like your aunt and your mom passed away before you met him.
yeah.
So I think that like, does it feel like it has brought you closer because he knew those people that you loved at some capacity? Obviously, he wasn't raised by them, but like you don't have to teach him like the dynamic because he was able to experience it himself. Like, is that something that's really important to you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, just the fact that he knows Auntie, he knew her heart, and like it, he knew that like I wouldn't be in my career, I wouldn't be as stable as I am without her. And then same for my mom, like she had her faults too. They both did, and but they both had amazing hearts and would do anything. They'd give their shirt off their back for you, and so for him to know that like really means a lot. Like I'm so grateful and that I don't have to explain it to him because it's hard to explain. Like even
Yeah.
to try to explain to you both their personalities, it's really, really hard to do. But so for you to just know that is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to fast forward to 2024.
Yeah.
And, when your mom passed away, Griff, you were the first person that she called. What did you feel in that moment?
I felt sad because I know she was alone at the moment. I wasn't too far away. I was the next city over working, and she called me and she was already crying. I was like, "What's wrong?" And then she told me everything, and I heard the EMT's working. And then as soon as they said she's not gonna make it, I hung up and flew home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I called him like while it was happening, like not trying to get too graphic, but like
Yeah.
I found my mom like unresponsive. I called 911, and the second I hung up with 911, I called him. So he heard like the play by play of like
All the things
all
happening.
the like CPR, all like everything in the background, and even the firefighter coming up to me and saying like, "We're not transporting her. She's,
Yeah.
she's gone."
Yeah.
He heard all that, and he was just like, "All right, I'm on my way." And yeah, and again, he was in a brand new job and what's most likely going to be his career. So obviously, thankfully, they were more than understanding. But it's always just that back of your mind, like, "Oh God, we just started this job less than 2 months ago," and not trying to ruin anything like that. So
Yeah. There's a moment in time where that grief of loss then turns into this realization that your family is about to change. The dynamic of the two of you are about to change. What Griff, from your perspective, what do those conversations look like between the two of you?
She was too like overwhelmed to even ask about Josh. I said, absolutely, don't even ask.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like there's no point of him going somewhere else, stay for a day. So I was like, we live right there. He's going right there. We have a bed for him.
part of like a big part of the story too is like my cousin Brianna, who I'm really close with. She flew up and to where I was, and I remember standing in the parking lot, again, not trying to get too graphic, but like the EMTs like taking my mom out of her apartment, like on the stretcher, and Brianna just looks at me and she's like, "So you're going to become a parent?" And Griff was like, "Yes." Like I didn't even have to answer. And again, just like we didn't even talk about it. Like we just did it. And that was a big thing for me. Like the fact that he just answered for me. Like I didn't even have to be like, "Well, I have to talk to Griff." Like he was just like, "Yes," and that even stuck out to Brianna. Like she did a speech at my wedding because she was at our wedding because she was my maid of honor. And she said she always knew like he was the one for me. But like at that moment, like she knew like, this is it.
I think there's big moments, and we talked about this in our episode too, right?
Yep.
Like there was the big moment that made you cut off, but like there's also big moments that secure someone in your life for forever, right? And I'm sure that you've experienced multiple of those with all the things that the two of you have been through prior to their mother's loss. What was that relationship like between you and Josh?
It was more just like the brotherly relationship. I would go to his football games, practices, coffees, whatnot, and his school plays. What he was in school plays, I would just sit there next to her, just watching the show. And then, video games, building Legos together, playing board games, cards, just typical brother stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any insight from you over there? You
Yeah,
looked like you wanted to say something.
Yeah, no, I
it.
think that's the hardest part, and I'm sure we're going to get to it, so I
Yeah.
wasn't trying to jump. Is I think that's the biggest, like, transition that we're going through, even still, even working through it, is, like, you're not just his brother anymore, Griff. Like, you have to put that aside, and so but I love that they like started like that and like they got to know each other other than just like parental like parent child relationship. Like they know each other, they know their quirks, they know their likes and dislikes, and they can hang out, and so I'm glad it started like that. But that's like the biggest part of the transition,
and we can talk about that, Griff. Like what does that transition look like do you have to do self-work? Because becoming a parent is not easy. Becoming a parent to a child that talks is probably even harder.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And so you're put into this situation that you're welcoming with open arms. Is there any like self-work that you have to do to try to, set yourself up better?
Yeah, there's been a few times before we had custody of him that I was just like, you need to go home before I snap and yell at you and you can get mad. So you need to just go home. Now it's like, if I get mad and snap at him, it's like, he can't go anywhere.
Yeah. And then he kind of brought that up too.
Yeah. And now it's just like, I'm usually sitting on the couch with the dogs and he's just sometimes loud, screaming loud, singing, everything. Like, calm down a little bit. I just got home from work. I need to relax.
Yeah.
And then he just goes in his room, puts music on. I still hear him singing, yelling, and everything. And
Can't
then
escape it.
yeah,
Sounds like you
can't
guys need
escape
to
it.
move out to the woods out here to give him some
and we're-
space.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, definitely do.
We're in a small 2-bedroom. I mean, for what
Yeah.
we both work.
It's a home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a home.
It's a
But
roof over our
yeah,
head.
we'd
Yeah.
love to
It's a home.
buy eventually when we, in this economy. I don't know, but
Yeah.
for what it is, we're in a small space for sure. So
Josh,
we
you
can't
can-
escape each other. And before we could just walk across the parking lot. We get annoyed, we leave.
Yeah.
Like now we can't do that.
Josh,
so.
you can come here anytime you want and sing. There's
Dang,
enough
I'll
room
take you
here
up
for
on
you.
it. Yep, for sure.
Yeah, or a flight.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the hardest part too. Is like, and this is kind of going back to Josh, but the fact that how I used to be like his safe space, and now I have to adjust to sometimes he wants to get away from us, and so
Yeah.
I get very emotional about that because I've always just wanted to be the person he would like run to,
Feel
and now
safest
it's
with,
like
yeah.
he kind of runs from a
Yeah.
little bit, and that's okay. He needs the space for sure. We all do. So.
Absolutely. I mean, and,
Yeah.
and I'm sure there's a dynamic of that for you too, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
It kind of just shifts back and forth of what shoes do I have to put on? What hat do I have to put on
Yep.
today?
Yeah. Yeah.
What personality is he going to shine through
Yes.
with? What
Oh my
emotion
God,
is
yeah.
he
What
going
are
to
we getting
have?
today? Or even just like what's a family outing and what's not. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like so many people like talking about this. We're like, you're bringing Josh, and we're like, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're not gonna just ship him off for this is our life.
Yeah.
This is what we do now. So
You guys have very vastly different childhoods. So, you don't get that warm up to parenthood. And I'm assuming that you would have probably different parenting styles that come out in a manner that most people get a warm up to, with an infant and then a toddler.
Yeah.
How has that dynamic been between the two of you?
At the beginning, we were arguing a lot about different parenting styles, but now we both have compromised and just allowed it.
Yeah.
And she was at the beginning, she was very easy on him, and I'm like, I get it. He has the grief and everything, but the trauma and everything, but he still needs to learn about life, and that nothing is easy or free. So he's got to work for some stuff, and there's consequences to his actions.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
about
Yeah, he's definitely like authoritative, or if we could use all those technical terms. But yeah, he and your mom is very much like that. She's the sweetest person you'll ever meet, but she's definitely very like strict and she'll tell you that,
Yeah.
So he grew up with that, and me, I didn't have any really discipline at all, and not to like toot my own horn, I didn't really necessarily need it, but even there are a few times I probably should have, and I didn't. I could have got away with a lot, and so yeah, we did a lot of talking through in my family, or not talking at all, just forgetting about it, moving on. So yeah, he's definitely like consequences, like, and I'm not. So
Yeah, and then you're also not used to having like a man be
exactly, yeah,
authority
yeah.
as well, which can be like shocking.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't want to use like not scary, but like shocking, or also like kind of uncomfortable. Like I'm like, oh my God, like he's like a I don't know, stoic or whatever, like man, and
Yeah.
like like just the
Like
way
you're just a man.
I don't know how to
Yeah,
put
yeah.
it, like I don't know, yeah, just like put your foot down type of personality.
Stern.
Yeah, stern. Thank you. Cannot
welcome.
think of the word stern, and that's okay too. I just never had that for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Well.
So, new family, new dynamics, and then you get asked to go to family therapy.
Yep.
Never been in therapy before.
Nope.
Did you feel like you ever needed therapy before?
No.
Everyone can use it, but I'm just curious
Yeah.
if you felt like you could. What does that look like for you? How do you, and is it a hard decision? Do you kind of are you like no and then yes, or you just automatically no, yes?
Right away, I just jumped right into it and just did it.
You're a jump right into it kind
Yeah.
of guy.
He really
Yeah.
is.
I
Yeah.
am. I get that a lot. But yeah, she told me that we were doing it. And I was like, all right, when is it? Just tell me where I got to be and what time. I'll be ready.
Thankfully, she came to the house.
Yeah.
But he was the person came every Tuesday at 4:00. Griff would be the first one at the table. You know, I mean, it was just like, I don't think you truly believed me at first, because I would like say it as a joke, as like, yeah, we're planning a wedding and also we're going to family therapy. Like, you know, like it's like we're planning a wedding and already going to therapy and all this stuff.
What
Like
was the date of your wedding?
October 12th, 2024. So
And what was the date your mom passed away?
March 18th, 2024. So it was like
Months
yeah,
before.
Yeah. So it was like our family therapist literally was like helping us like
Wedding plan.
yeah, like
Yeah.
wedding plan. And like even Josh took on, we didn't even touch on this with him, but like he like stepped up. My mom was supposed to walk me down the aisle and Josh did.
Wow.
And my first dance was with their, you know, father daughter. It was me and Josh. Like I
Yeah.
danced with him instead. And
After
You
the
know.
therapist like gave him a dance lesson in our backyard.
I literally have a video of him and our therapist dancing in our backyard, like, because
Yeah.
he's like, I don't know what to do, other than just sway back and forth. And the pictures from that, oh my god,
Please send.
oh my god, I cry, I can't even
Yeah.
look at them. And I did a first look with Josh, like all the things that I was supposed to do with like the father figure in my life, like Josh did, and
Yeah, that's beautiful.
yeah, so it was like all these amazing things along with like, but we were struggling. I mean, like the most fighting we've ever done in our relationship is around parenting, for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What's something that you've taken from therapy?
That's a good question.
I know. I
Yeah.
wrote it
Professional.
right here.
I would say that sometimes he doesn't know how he's acting or how he sounds when he's talking to us. So we see it as like he's giving us an attitude, but in his mind he's not. He's just saying it in his normal voice. And our therapist was like, that's how he just talks sometimes. He doesn't realize he's doing it. So once in a while, we're like, okay, he's just talking normally,
Yeah. Just being a teenager.
typical teenager.
Yeah. Yeah. I think also a big thing for us was the compromising for both of us. Like you had
Yes.
to realize that like I have to give a little, you have to give a little. And that was hard. Like we're both stubborn people for sure. Like we are so competitive. You should have saw us play Monopoly last night. Like
Oh,
we
yeah.
were down to the last two.
It was like 1:30 in the morning, and I asked her if she wanted to quit the game because she wanted to rest up for this.
Yeah.
She's like, nope, I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
All right,
Like,
we'll keep going.
We're very, I'm
I
like,
think we ended at like
we swear at
3
each
a.m.
other. I'm like, you got
Yeah.
lost. You know, so I mean, yeah, we're very, very stubborn people. So for us to both have to give a little, yeah, I think was the biggest thing that we took from it.
Was there anything that you saw out of Griff that surprised you from therapy?
Yeah, just his openness and like being able to, because again, like he's a very quiet person. Even my grandmother sometimes, like when we just had Christmas at her house, and she's like, he's so quiet. Like I'm like, is he mad at me? Is he that? I'm like, Graham, that's just him. You know, like he's a big teddy bear. You know, so
I don't look it, but I am.
yeah. So and
It's in your eyes.
yeah.
I can see it. You have
And I
really
thought-
kind eyes.
Yeah.
Yep. No, he's just our therapist would ask him questions, and even if he didn't have an answer in that moment, like he would like come back the next week and be like, okay, like let's talk about this. He did therapy, the three of us. He did therapy, just the two of us. He even talked to her one-on-one, and
Yeah.
she was a big part of even our life too. Like she was my mom and Josh's therapist when he was reunifying through DCF.
Oh wow.
And then she was my mom's therapist once they fully reunified. And then she was the first person I called. Well, sorry, aside from Griff, after
Yeah.
Griff, that I called. And she helped me tell Josh about my mom. And then she helped our family transit. So she like saw it full
Yeah,
circle.
what a powerful relationship
Oh
that
my
is,
God.
right? Like you don't have to teach someone those dynamics. Like how do you
Yes.
even begin?
Yeah, exactly. So the fact that she like knew us, and I think that kind of like gave you a sense of like you knew of her.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, you knew who she was. You could put a face to the name. She's from the town that you work in, a very small town.
Yep.
I think that brought a little bit of sense of comfort as well. Like we don't have to start from the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
So
What was, Griff, for you, what was the most unexpected change?
Taking care of a 12-year-old. That wasn't on my bingo card at all.
Let's elaborate a little
I
bit
was gonna
more.
say,
there,
like,
yeah.
what within him?
Yeah.
Like,
What within it?
yeah.
Just stepping up to be the father figure in his
Yeah.
life and just taking care of his life.
Being responsible.
Responsible for him, showing him
Yeah.
a good example of how people should act and that there's good people out there.
Does it are you you seem like you're just like naturally probably a good person, but does it change your habits at all? Like, do you see yourself not doing things or kind of controlling your temper a little bit more so that he has more of that figure to be looking up to?
Yeah, definitely. My mom, and she's been telling me that I do have a temper. I was like, no, I don't. And then she's like, you do. And then I realized that when I have a temper, I feel like I'm just gonna spiral out of control. I go outside and have a cigar and go back in, and I'm cool, calm, and collective.
Yeah.
Back again.
Yeah, that's a huge challenge for you, and I appreciate you working on that because I always tell him it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And sometimes he either has a temper or it could be on the other side and be kind of like passive aggressive. And he's probably even kind of trying not to really rise at me right now because with your siblings and like you having that sibling dynamic with Josh at first, like that's how you are with your siblings. Like you don't want to fight, so you just, okay, whatever, like just passive aggressive. So
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't do that. Like you are the adults, like you have to, and so I think that's been the biggest. Well, again, everything's the biggest, but that was a big thing for you for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I appreciate you working on that. So.
You've talked about a couple of times throughout this, like this period of time has been the hardest for you from a relationship perspective. You've argued the most. What has helped you come back to each other, or is it you're still in process of kind of finding that way back?
It's easier now because I know what makes her calm down is a nice cold Diet Coke.
As my
So the
shirt
whole,
says.
the whole, on Thursday when she come home from work after this whole car breakdown situation, I had a Diet Coke in my hand, like take a sip
Yeah.
and relax.
Yeah,
You'll be
yeah.
fine.
Yeah. So like a deeper thing of that is he's like, we've all learned each other. Like
Yeah.
he knows me, I need my Diet Coke. Like sometimes I'll literally sit in my car with a Diet Coke and my audiobook or podcast. For Josh, it's scrolling or music, and for him, it's a cigar. Like we've all learned each other so deeply, and I think we have mostly found our way within it. But there is still sometimes that I'm like, there's some days that I feel like we've taken so many steps forward, but there's a lot of steps back. Like we're like, ugh. But
Is there ever a
Yeah.
time you're like, I regret like this, like I can't do this?
No. Not for me.
not for me at all. No, I mean, and that no, I'm again trying not to skip ahead, but I think that's where it's like, for me, you didn't have to do this. So the fact that you did is like, I could never. I'm a very like loyal, I like to think of myself as a loyal person anyway. But like, I can't imagine being with anybody else for like what you've done for us. Like, I just, nothing will compare.
Do you
For sure.
do you feel that in your everyday life? Like, do you feel like the appreciation for who you are and like what you've done for them as a family?
Yeah. Definitely do. There's just times that she finds something in the store, she'll just bring it home, like, here you go. I thought of you when I saw this. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
This is sweet. A lot of times it's usually like Legos, a building block or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so.
You're just a
working for
simple guy, huh?
Very
It's
simple.
So simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legos.
I wonder,
cigars,
like, do you
beer.
think of anything when you fall asleep, or are you just like,
Nope.
no, yeah.
Oh my God! One of our.
Fascinating.
Unless it's Thursday night into Friday, then I go to bed telling I was like, hey, I want to come home from work and take a nap on a Friday. Other than that, not really. There's not much going on up there.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder what that's like.
I say that.
She
I'm
asks me all
like,
the time, like,
oh my
pretty peaceful.
God.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's peaceful.
Yeah, I say to him, like, there has to be something. He's like, I swear to God, it's not.
Nope.
Even in therapy, like, our therapist would try to pull that out of you. You're like, I promise I am not just saying this. Like, there's nothing. And then, but for you, though, you've said to me, like, to reverse it a little bit, like, you've seen, like, TikToks or something of, like, people's brains with anxiety, and you've literally sent them to me, and, like, I can't believe, like, this is how your brain works.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like, you've
There's
done
a lot going
of.
on. It sounds like a massive headache happening in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have talked about a couple times just wanting to start a family of your own. What does that vision look like for you?
A boy and a girl. Nice CJ, Christopher Jameson, and then a nice Emery Rose for a girl. I want the girl first, but she only wants boys.
I
So that's
say
a-
all the time, I'd raise 5 boys
Yeah.
to 1 girl.
Yeah.
Like, no, because my dad always said, you're not a grown man until you have a baby girl running around. So ever since then, I was like, I need to have a daughter.
I could see you being a good girl dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fingernails painted, lipstick, makeup all over.
His
Yeah.
best friends from like preschool has a daughter, and he's oh my god.
We
I have a
played-
picture of them playing Pretty Pretty Princess.
Yep,
With all the
fake earrings, a
Yeah.
crown.
All the things, tea parties.
Yep.
yeah.
Do you feel like your relationship with Josh and the situation that you're in has put you in a new perspective of being more prepared for when that time comes for you guys?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely preparing us for when our own kids hit teenage years and dealing with all the attitude and the school and stuff and complaining about not doing, that doesn't want to do his homework or he's too tired.
Yeah.
All the expenses,
Patience.
expensive things. Yeah, that exactly. All the expensive things he wants.
Yeah, the patience.
It's going to be very helpful.
Patience is huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're both like gonna be shocked. I mean, obviously, like when Josh was a baby, I was helping change diapers and stuff, but it's been a bit, and
She didn't have to teach me all that stuff.
I know. Yeah,
never changed a
so
diaper
both of
before.
us having babies is gonna be different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
Parenting
exciting
classes.
though. I mean, is that
Yeah.
what is do you feel like you're still learning this new normal like together? Is there still growth happening, or do you feel like maybe there's finally some type of normalcy to your lives, like you like understand how things are and are just now growing?
Yeah. I think we're always going to learn new things,
Yeah.
especially as Josh gets older.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be new things coming out that he wants and everything like that and different stuff happening.
different relationships
Yeah.
he's gonna go through, or different
Heartbreaks and
milestones,
stuff like that.
heartbreaks, different things like that. But I think there's normalcy. Like
Yeah.
I think of like where we were when it first happened. We were also living in like an awful apartment, and it was awful. So the routine wasn't good. The house we were living in wasn't good. So to think of where we were when it all first happened to we're in a new place now. We've gone through the therapy. We're in a routine.
Yeah.
Like I think there is some normalcy compared to where we were. But so I think for me, it's like we're just like getting into the normal, and now we're gonna build.
Yeah.
And
Griff, I'm going to ask you this. I know your answer. I'm not going to ask you. I'm going to ask Kylie, but are you fine in like in that normalcy? Like do you find that yourself like getting like itchy or uncomfortable without like any type of chaos around?
Definitely. I feel like I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
Whether it be about Josh, him, like every second. What's wrong? What's going on? Like
Yeah.
literally.
I didn't ask you because like you don't think about anything apparently.
No,
Yeah.
right?
Not really.
No, I mean, you've definitely gotten better since we got to like. There's a few times that you like. I even am shocked that you're like, you seem off today. Like, are you
Yeah.
okay? Or and I'm like, wow. Like, thank you for like I really appreciate you noticing that. Or like. But for me, it's like he literally even this morning got off the couch. I'm like, where you going? What's going on? You know, and
Like, I'm
Josh
just
says,
using the bathroom.
yeah, and I'm doing like Josh says my nightly investigation. I'm like, how's school? Anything going on with friends? Anything going on with class? Like, like my checklist of like, is everything okay kind
Yeah.
of thing. And
Like trying to have a little more
Yes.
control over it.
definitely, and get ahead of it or whatever I can do really to like put out fires that aren't even necessarily fires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Griff, what's something you're proud of today, like in this moment?
That I'm married to her. Very proud of that.
Yeah.
And how wonderful she is to everyone.
That's really beautiful.
No, you're wonderful. Yeah. I said it earlier, like you did not have to do this.
Yes, I did.
And I know you say yes I did. You didn't have to. Like
Yeah.
you could have very well have said like I love you, but this is way too much.
It seems like everyone in this room right now is very lucky to have each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is like something very beautiful to see. It's very refreshing to see,
Yeah.
especially just in times right now where there's like a lot of confliction between like families and
Oh,
just
yeah.
like all the
worlds.
thing, the world.
Yeah. Yeah, I say all the time. I mean, even Josh, like people say Josh is so lucky to have us, and I'm like, well, for me, I'm also lucky to have Josh too, because he motivated me a lot when I was younger. Like, okay, I want to be an example for him. You
Yeah.
know, so I was lucky to have him then, and I'm lucky to have him now. And so was, I think, like, again, you feel like we're lucky that we get to like get some practice in or whatever, you know, for our own kids. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of luck and appreciation for sure.
In more than 5 words,
Yes.
what is some advice that you could give to someone listening that might be going through or will be going through like that hard decision of like choosing to stay and choosing your person when they're going through something in their own life?
The way I thought of it was, if you really love the person that you're with, you're going to go through the same struggle. So you might as well just tag along and help them through it and just deal with it as you go along with the person you love the most.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to go through it together than apart.
Yes.
Stronger together than apart. I know he's not the best with words.
No.
So I'm sorry.
You're doing great. It's really the Boston accent that like really just drives it home.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
I used to work for a tourist company, the duck boats in Boston.
Yeah.
And all the tourists were like, I love your accents. I don't have one.
No, yeah.
And they're like, no, you do. I was like, fine, whatever.
And Kylie, what about you? Any words of advice for people? I know that we talked about it before, but just from a relationship perspective, from the two of you, how do you work through that, and how do you stop pushing someone away?
Yeah, I think just know it. Like I had to do some like reflecting with myself or work on myself, as I'd say, to know that like I deserve it. Like, you know, I mean, even like one of the questions we'd get asked all the time in family therapy is like, do you feel like you deserve this life and this family? And first I didn't, you know, and that's why I even felt like I like pushed him away at first. I did not think that I deserve somebody that loves me like unconditionally. It is not going to go anywhere. It is going to work through it with me. We're going to face this together. So yeah, I think just knowing that, again, like you deserve it, and it's okay to like lean on someone else. It doesn't have to always be just you. Like teams were made for, you know, there's no I in team. Teams have, you know, teams are strong for, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say, built for a reason. So yes, picks for a reason.
I asked this at the end. You already got a taste of this, so you don't have to answer. I'm not going to say more than 5 words again, because hopefully you get the gist there. But if you could tell your younger self anything, what would that be?
Another good question. You're a pro at this. That things happen for a reason, and you just go with the flow and just face it head on.
I think also like just to add and build a little bit too, like things can look different, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Like for something for you personally, you had this whole like even college, younger, like you said when you were like 5, you have pictures of you in like police costumes and things. Like he grew up thinking he was going to be in law enforcement, and now you're in a completely different career path. So like things looked, and I think for you, like even just up until you got this job at the DPW in 2024, you were like still holding on to that dream. Like I think it took you a little bit to be okay with like having a different dream, you know, like things, if I'm making sense at this point, but like it's okay to like let go and have a different outlook on life and still be successful. Like, you know, you have a CDL license, you've accomplished so much in this short time in your career. I can see you being the director there one day, you know, so.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, aside from our like family dynamic, I think personally you had to go through that yourself of like, okay, I'm letting this go, because you were even like a special police officer in Boston, and once that got, what's the word, like taken down.
Yeah, taking away the
powers and
police
things
powers.
like that. He had to like be like, okay, am I like either going to the police academy or am I going to try something different? And he did. He started working for a landscaping company. Then he gained experience, and then applied for the DPW. You have your CDL license. You're a machine specialist. You know, like this is your new career. Yeah. So. Yeah, sorry.
Thankfully, she has words for you.
I know,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
I know.
She does
I feel
all the
like
talking.
this
I
is
just
supposed to be about
sit
you,
back and
but
listen.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's helpful, right? It pulls some words out of you.
Yeah.
But you know, Griff, thank you so much for sharing your heart and your many words, and for being an example of what it looks like to love with action, not just words. And Kylie, thank you for letting us witness this story from both sides, the one who called and the one who picked up. Together, you've built a family not because it was easy, but because it was worth it. To anyone listening, you don't have to feel fully ready to show up for people you love. You just have to start. We'll see you next time on For the Haters, and thank you everyone for listening. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to For the Haters. Don't forget to connect with us on socials, follow, like, and share to help more people find this community. And remember, they're not alone. And if you haven't yet, join our Facebook group. We'd love to have you there. The more we grow, the more lives we can impact.
What's your name and share your story? We'll be waiting. God.